Well, hello. Looks like we're live. Here we go. Rock and roll. Hope everybody can hear me. Got a couple of guys waiting in the back, and I think we've got a couple of guys in the chat already. I think we've got, how you doing, Frank? Nice to see you, Petehead. Got Castranth there. I think that's Johan, if I remember right. A few guys here. Time for, I don't know, is it March Malt Madness? We've got some nice whiskies going on. We're going to taste all of these tonight. Got some guys in the back who are going to share all their thoughts with you. Got the usual same team, same shape, all ready for the next one. We're ready for April's tasting already. But yeah, no, another month gone by, guys. Been on holiday, trying to buy less whiskey. I don't know about you guys, but yeah, it's tough. It's a tough job at the minute. Got some nice stuff here tonight. We'll share them as we go through. So, there's Gert came in, Whiskey Lovers Society. How you doing, Gert? Nice to see you, buddy. Yeah, I think Johan's gave me the things thumbs up. I think I got them right. A few coming in now. Let's have a look who we've got here. Grain of Malt. Howdy, folks. How we doing there, buddy? Nice one. Whiskey Nose. No, how are you doing, you sexy, crazy man? Hey, Papa Q's there. How you doing, Jerry? A few piling in now. Let's have a look. Yeah. Finally made one. It's always good to have you. I think that's James, isn't it? Pretty sure that's James. Oh, there's Gav as well. How you doing, Gav? Guys, there's a couple of guys in the channel. You've got Gav popped in and you've got Gert from Whiskey Lover Society. I'm pretty sure you're all subscribed to them, but if you've not, guys, then dive in and get him a wee sub. See Alan, tell them Alan sent you. Oh, where's Roy as well? How you doing, big man? Nice to see you there. And then I'll let you all kind of say howdy. So tonight's plan, guys, is just to sit down. We've got 6 wonderful whiskies in front of us. We're going to sit down, pick them apart, share them with you. If you have any of these whiskies, please feel free to join in and share them with us. I see Greg's coming in as well. Greg McDonald's on his way. So, yeah, it's been a while since I spoke to these lads. Yeah, I think that's us. 17 in the chat. It's a good start. Let's see how long we can keep 17 in before they get fed up and run off and leave us. Yeah, so that's the plan tonight, guys. We're going to sit down, pick these whiskies apart, share them with you, talk some usual shit, all that jargon, nothing you wouldn't expect. Couple of hours of your time. If you can stay as long as you can, that'd be great. Put the kids to bed, have some whiskies. Fantastic. But yeah, I think that's us pretty much ready to crack on. So I'm going to bring the lads in. Just give me the thumbs up. Yeah, Paul's got the thumbs up there. How you doing, Paul?
I'm all right. Good to be here.
Let's get Dave in. Yeah. How's it going, Dave? I think I might try and get some new names for you guys and put some new names on there. You know, Dashing Dave or...
Pretty Paul.
What, Paul?
Pretty Paul, no?
Pretty Paul. Okay, well, let me see. Look, I've got my glasses on, so yeah, you're looking okay. Let me take them off. Oh, yeah, wait a minute. Yeah.
That's my Friday night name.
So, yeah, Greg McDonald's popped in. How you doing, Greg? What is this I see? Cheers, all. Remember to... Oh, look at that. There's a good... Well done, mate. Looking after me already. Yeah, maybe I forgot to mention that. If you've not hit the subscribe button, then you know what you do. And if you've, give me the thumbs up, all that jargon. So, yeah, what I might need you two guys today, if I'm doing too much talking, I might need you to keep an eye on the chat for me and let me know if I'm missing anything I should respond to. So that would be 3 pairs of eyes would be better than just mine. So, yeah. What's happening, lads? We ready to dive in and taste some good stuff?
We're good to
go.
We're
going to head over to Campbelltown first, aren't we? So we're going to head, guys, to the Hazelburn 10. So I'd be surprised if a lot of you in the chat have not actually tried this one. So this is from J&A Mitchell, Springbank Distillery. This is their unpeated 10, triple distilled, 46% ABV, natural colour and non-chill filter. So yeah, let me get the coin off that. Get my nose into it. I'm always amazed at how fresh this is, how bright, fresh, clean it is. Lemon and lime, citrus, you know, just jumps out at me. It smells as if it's going to be juicy, and it still has that little wood shop, sawdusty thing going on.
Yeah, a bit of apples and pears for me.
Yeah, so you've obviously jumped straight to the fruity stuff. So you've got the apples, the pears, the lemon, the lime, all that citrus stuff. It always goes for me. It seems to go a wee bit cakey and a wee bit pasty for me and a wee bit cake shop. But the apples and pears jump out. The freshness, the citrus jumps out all over it.
Cinnamon there as well.
Yeah.
There's a bit of cinnamon as well.
Yeah, some spice. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not the slightest bit funky. So if all the guys that are expecting to have funky Campbelltowns in there, this is not funky. This is just so bright and fresh and clean. The real clean piece of work. Getting a wee bit of lemon drizzle, lemon strudel, maybe a Danish pastry. So that's where I tend to go with that. Salty, coastal, that kind of vibe. But as you know, guys, colour looks fantastic. So it's nice and clean, and I don't think there's much. If there's any sherry in this, I don't know if there's any sherry in this one. Dave, any ideas on it?
I did a little bit read up on this. I don't think there's any sherry in this one at all.
Yeah, I think this.
If it is, it's minimal.
Yeah, no, it just looks like maybe a white wine, a Chardonnay, or it's so clear. But let's taste it, man. Let's send it. What's the theme for tonight's tasting? So what I'll give James a wee bit of a heads up then. Well, we may as well tell them what we're going to be drinking. Eh? What do you think? Then they can drink along. So yeah, James, we'll start with the Hazelburn. We're then going to tackle the Glenglassaugh Sandend after that. Then we're going to head over to Ireland's 9th distillery, and we're going to do a wee bit of the Ardnahoe inaugural. Then we're going to tackle one of my all-time favourites, the Kilkerran 16. And we're going to head into a wee bit of peat after that. You're going to hit the Ardbeg, the brand new committee release from Ardbeg, the Ardbeg Eureka. And then I've got a mystery malt at the end for the lads that they don't know what it is, but we'll tackle that at the end. Yeah. But I think you'll love it, guys. So that's the kind of tasting order. That's what we're going to go through. If you have any of these drams, guys, please drive in and pour them and join along. Oh, yeah. So James, he's got the... Where are we? I think he's got the Hazelburn and the Sandend and Kilkerran 16. So, yeah, so he's going to be... That might keep him here a wee bit longer if he's got all of them then. So, yeah, that's a good... no grape for Frank. I think Frank's going to be all right. He doesn't like his finishes. I think the Ardbeg Frank's got a wee bit of Oloroso in it, mate. But other than that, I think we're pretty much... Sandend's got a wee bit of Manzanilla in it. Little bit of sherry, a little bit. For me, it's pretty much... There's not a lot of sherry in there, man. So I think Frank should be all right. But yeah, So let's taste this one, guys. Let's send this down the highway. I've probably already done it, but let me waffling on.
Some vanilla in there, honeycomb.
Bang on the button with that, mate.
So the spiciness continues through the nose into the taste.
Yeah.
It's, there's lots of spice there. Nutty, spicy.
It comes in punchy. It's when you look at the nose of that, I think you get a wee bit of surprise when you go to the palate.
Yeah.
Because I think it's nice and welcoming, and then it gives you a wee bit of a dig. Spicy, peppery, but it's super mouth watering.
It's lovely.
Sweet. I'd still get that kind of woody outdoor vibe going on with it as well.
Yeah, it's funny you should say that. There's nuttiness there too. There's a lot of nuttiness.
Malty.
No.
Again, those apples, peaches, and pears, I think, are in there as well with that honey.
Yeah.
Is that a bourbon cask? That one.
Yeah. It's got a lovely sweetness. Yeah, we don't think there's any sherry in this, Paul.
No, not that colour.
No.
Same here, Hazelburn, Sandend. Okay, a few of the guys have got them. Cheers from Italy. I think, Martin, I'm pretty sure that might be a new name. Apologies if it's not, mate. I'm shit with names and stuff, but yeah. Well done from Italy. What's Frank got here? Thinking about the established no Great Pollution Alliance. What, Frank? We need a wee bit of grape from time to time, mate. You know. Yup, it's Martin. Yeah, it's a few guys. Yeah, no, that for me is lovely. It's always, I always find it's a great one to start with.
Yeah.
We did a Springbank tasting probably last year here in Manchester at the Radisson Hotel, and it had all sorts there. It had the Springbank 12 cask strength. It had I think the port was there, the 8-year-old port, or the sherry. I'm not sure which one of them it was. We had a couple of local barleys in the tasting. We had some really nice Springbanks in the tasting, but what they did on the entry, they gave us a quick dram just to come in and cleanse your palate, to sit you down and get you started with. And that was a Cage Hazelburn.
Yeah.
And I actually thought it was the best whiskey of the night for me, I think. That Hazelburn was spectacular. But yeah, no, that was a nice tasting. Sometimes get dram. I always think this is a great one to start with. It's that little bit of tropical there, the lemons, the limes, the apples and pears, and it's not the most complex, but there's enough going on with it. It's salty, it's spicy.
Yeah, nice spice too. Yeah.
But that tropical stuff, even when you go back and nose it, it's just a super tropical, inoffensive, great place. It's wonderfully balanced, I think it's a great balance to the whiskey as well. It almost smells juicy. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it smells like it's going to be like a fruit juice, some sort of lemon juice, lime juice. And sometimes I get a wee bit of a kind of solvent, wee bit of glue, maybe a wee bit of furniture polish, lemon fresh furniture polish, something like that. Wonderful. Wow. That's a good start, guys.
No, you've done well. Well done.
Yeah, good start. You're doing all right.
Now it goes downhill after this. Yeah, no, sometimes trying to pick tastings like this, it's just, you think what would kind of sit well with what, and then it's trying to. I didn't have any illusions because I've sold quite a few of the packs. Not everybody wants to come on and go live on YouTube. Some of them have their their reputations to think about, and they don't seem to have that kind of gift that they want to sit down and spend 2 hours and share the whiskey. You guys obviously are the exception to that, and I thank you for that, because you're becoming regulars. You're probably going to get your own YouTube channel soon, the ways are gone. So hopefully, if that's the case, then fantastic. But yeah, let's tackle Sandend. Been a wee while since I had this one.
Never had a Sandend before.
Yeah, if I remember off the top of my head, I always find it a wee bit fizzy, and I think that might be the Manzanilla. Again, I think this is a wee bit nutty as well, Dave, if I remember.
Yeah, it's a new one on me. Definitely a new one.
50.5 ABV. It doesn't say anything on this. This is from Brown-Forman. It's the Glenglassaugh, Glendronach, and Ben Riach. That's the kind of Brown-Forman stable. It's Rachel Barry who took over for Billy Walker. But if I remember right with this one, this is bourbon cask, sherry cask, and a little bit of Manzanilla.
This smells like summer.
50.5 ABV. It's very coastal because apparently it's on the Sandend Bay. But again, with this one, I get vanilla, tropical. I get a wee bit of pine note in this one. I get a wee bit of pine kicking in. Maybe some grapefruit. The lemon's there again. Lemon, tangerine, all those kind of citrus fruits kicking in. Let's try and keep up with these. So the guys are all having a wee chat in the background. So who's joining Peterhead Alliance? Taking signatures tonight. You taking signatures tonight, Frank? You taking donations? You taking fees to join that alliance? Yeah. Marzipan, cookie dough, that kind of stuff.
Ice cream.
Yeah.
That's that Manzanilla cast coming up.
What you got with your ice cream tonight then, Paul?
There's more honeycomb in my ice cream tonight.
What, you have an OXO in your ice cream?
You beat me to it, Alan.
OXO's you wait.
OXO will come somewhere in it, somewhere.
Where do you think he's going to find the OXO tonight, Dave?
I don't know.
Oh, the Ardbeg Eureka, no question.
Yeah, it's going to have it.
Yeah, again, lovely colour. It doesn't say anything on this. I think it's a Brown-Forman thing. It doesn't say anything about natural colour, and it doesn't say anything about chill filtering. But through experience, I'm pretty sure Glenglassaugh don't. They're one of the ones who don't say whether they do or don't. But a wee bit of this. Inspired by the crescent beach of Sandend Bay, Glenglassaugh Sandend is matured in bourbon, sherry, and Manzanilla casks for luscious waves of flavour. So Glenglassaugh, I think it's up in a place called Portsoy. Looks like it's up in the Aberdeen region, up there somewhere. But yeah, pretty cool. All the usual stuff. Please drink responsibly and all that's on the bottle. Yeah, Rachel Barry's signatures all over it. Interesting to find it 50.5. You think why would they just make it 50?
Yeah.
But 50.5 is Yeah, but I still get all that fruity stuff, that tropical, fruity, vanilla, lemon, orange, tangerine.
I see the grain of
all
malt.
mixed.
James is pouring a drop at the moment, so he'll be tasting.
Yeah,
it in a
no,
second.
I think he's got 3 of these with him. So yeah, no, it's okay. Frank's just saying there's for now it's just for the fun of it. So okay, there you are. Neil's popping in. He's got his radar on. It's north of Elgin, so yeah, it's way up there. It's pretty much way up there. Not too sure if he's what you got in your glass, Neil. Guys, what has everybody got in the glass? Just dive in and tell us what you're sipping on at the minute. Donner Pass. Oh, how you doing, Tim? Nice to see you, buddy. That works. So just drop her in to say hello. Thank you very much, buddy.
Coffee. That's what he's drinking.
Oh, Neil's on coffee. I don't know. Tim's on coffee. Yeah, I thought that was Neil there, but yeah. Yeah. So let's have a wee sip of this. Definitely get that fizzy, lemony, fruity sweetness. Honey.
You got that
spices coming through.
Yeah, salty.
Yeah, salty. Yeah.
I get salted caramel for me in that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, salted butter, salty caramel, fudgy
toffee,
fudge cake, spices in amongst it. It's really, really interesting, and it packs that. I don't know if it's the 50.5, but it does pack a wee punch. Even towards the finish, it's hot all the way through to the finish.
It's quite a long finish as well, Alan. Quite a decent, a mid sort of finish on it as well.
Yeah, I've got the finish. It's punchy, little hot, maybe a wee bit of chocolate and fudge mixed with some spice on the finish there. Yeah, I think lads are on bourbon. Oh, here, let's have a look at what we've got here. Oh, look, he's got the... have got the next winner in our blind tasting, so cannot say. All right. No, we normally do a blind tasting once a month with Neil and his cronies from work. So he's sipping on what he thinks is going to be the winner next month. Okay, I think that, if I remember right, that's under 48%. That's what the tasting is on that one. So I think that's what it is. I think mine might have to take some beating there, Neil, but we'll save that in next month. James seems to think that the finish helps it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I think it's punchy all the way through. I think it lingers. It doesn't just drop off. I think Glenglassaugh is one of those kind of under the radar kind of distilleries. I'm not too sure if you've done much of Glenglassaugh in the past. I've done a couple of bottles. I think the Revolution was one. Evolution. If I remember that one, but I've not really done much on Glenglassaugh. I think there's another one of these. I think there's a Port Soy one as well in this range. And this has just been rebranded. But is this one of the ones, Dave? If I'm mistaken, they might be closing it down for a bit.
Alan, I'm not sure with this distillery. It's a new one to me, completely.
Yeah, I think they might be taking a rest with this one. I think because it's part of the Ben Riach and the Glendronach, and I think what they've done with this, I think they've made some redundancies at Glenglassaugh, and I think it's going to take a wee bit of a break. After them, I don't know how much they spent on the rebranding, but it's one.
Is this not the one they're going to break for 3 months?
Yes,
I think it's
taking a break
break.
on it.
Yeah.
Somebody in the chat might have a wee bit more info on it. Martin's on a Ben Romack unpeated.
Oh.
Neil's got the Glencadam PX ready for it's in the next tasting, mate. It's not in this tasting. Silent this year. Who's coming up with that? Petehead is silent this year. So it's a wee bit more info.
Yeah, James is saying 6 months, maybe 6 months, a year.
Yeah. Been here in Glenbenriach. Yeah. Who else we got? Both the Glenglassaugh, Portsoy and Sandend. I like both, as a matter of fact. Sandend on the shelf next to me. Just get one poured in, Greg, and step along with us, mate. I get a grapefruit. The more I knows this now, it's lemony, grapefruit, citrus.
What's there's a packet of sweets you get. It's like you get them in. It's like an old, not an old fashioned sweet as such, but
Swizzles. You thinking Swizzles?
No.
I'm thinking a sherbety, swizzly, love hearty thing. You maybe love hearts.
Maybe love hearts. I'm getting, yeah.
Love hearts. I did get a sugar candy thing when I first sipped it.
Dolly mixtures. There you go.
Oh
Dolly
wow.
mixtures.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Some licorice. You getting some licorice then? Yeah.
No. Dolly mixtures not get licorice in them. No.
I'm thinking of licorice, all sorts. I think I'm thinking. That's the one I'm thinking. Yeah, I'm thinking that. Yeah, I think I know the Dolly mixes you're talking about. Yeah.
Oh, that's lovely as well. Yep.
Yeah, nice.
I think this is good money. I think this is running about the 50, 60 quid, somewhere in there, 55, 60 quid.
It's good for that.
Bottle's lovely, man. This is a new branding, which has got a real cool looking bottle, man. I don't know if I can pick that shape up there, man. It's got some contours in it. But yeah, and it's just sturdy. You look like you could do some damage with that bottle, mate. Not that we're enticing anybody to do any damage with whiskey bottles.
You're talking to an Essex boy here. We can do damage or anything.
Yeah. Oh, this is nice as well, man. I don't really want to put this down and move on to the next one. And this is. It's been a while since I had this.
Oh, very enjoyable, that one. Loved that as well.
Okay, Greg's just joined us. Sandend. Just poured it. That definitely does linger, doesn't it? Salty. That salted caramel thing's great. Honey, fudgy, toffee. I don't know, I'm picking a wee bit of kind of berry fruit in it. Somewhere in the middle of it. A wee bit of berry. Don't know whether it's raspberry or strawberry, but it's a wee plummy. That might be just that wee hint of sherry in there somewhere, but it's more honey than vanilla than sugar candy for me. Wow. Nice. So nice, man. So this next one. This has been taken, I think that took most of the plaudits in 2024, which was Ardnahoe. I don't think anybody had a bad word to say about it. It's the 9th distillery on Islay. Fits into that beautiful. I think it's Ardnahoe stands for the height of the hollow, I think. What a beautiful location. Have you anybody been to Islay?
No, I've never been.
Have you not been? This sits in a beautiful, beautiful location in Islay. I think it's just off the Bunnahabhain Road. Bunnahabhain's just round the corner for you. But when you come out onto the balcony, it just overlooks the big lock there. I can't remember the name of the lock that they take the water from. But it overlooks right onto the Paps of Jura. Looks right onto Jura. And I took a picture of us and the guys on the balcony, and it's my favourite picture that I've ever taken. I've never seen a backdrop for any picture ever. So if you ever get the chance to go to Islay, you need to head onto that balcony on in Ardnahoe Distillery. Warm tub distillery. Still do warm tubs. This was the inaugural release. Hunter Lang is the guys who own it. You probably know them from the old malt cask, Old Particular. There's a lot of different brands that they kind of come off. And this, as I say, this is the 5 years, but it's been a long time in the making.
A decent colour for 5 years, eh?
Yeah, this one is limited edition. It says limited edition inaugural release on it, but the limited edition, guys, is 70,000 bottles. So they didn't mess around with this, man. They put plenty of it out there. There was no FOMO. There was nobody chasing, trying to fight each other to get it. There was plenty of it around. You might be struggling now to pick it up. There may be some bottles still kicking around somewhere. But yeah, this has been matured in combination of ex-bourbon and ex-Oloroso sherry casks. 5 years old. And again, they've knocked it out at 50% ABV. So, fantastic stuff. This is going to be quite interesting, man, because this is probably one of the most complex 5-year-olds I think I've ever tasted. Not that I've tasted many 5-year-old whiskies, but this, we always remember it being super, super complicated. Complex. That sweet peat there right away, eh?
Bang.
Sweet peats there. I'm not too sure of the ratio of the how much peat and how much unpeated. I think there's a bit of both in here. Smoky, ashy, bonfire, but it's a wheat smoke.
It's quite oily as well, huh?
Yeah, it's that'll be the warm tubs, Paul. It's
right,
done
okay.
through a warm tub condenser, and it always gives that nice velvety. I always find, I've not tasted it yet, but I know this one like the back of my hand now, man, because it's always told it is velvety, silky mouthfeel. It's so velvety and oily and thick and creamy and all of those adjectives put together. It had all of them, but it's still grassy. It's not all about the smoke. It's grassy, it's fruity. I get a wee hint of tropical fruit in there as well. Lemon.
Talk about sweet
ginger.
Salad. Pear drops. Definitely getting pear drops on this.
It's apples, pears.
Yeah.
I get all of that. You thinking maybe you thinking juicy pears, or you thinking
no, the sweets, pear drops.
Hard pear drops, yeah. Boiled sweetie.
Yeah.
And it's amazing how the smoke is just integrated now. I think when you first picked this up, you got a lot of smoke straight away, but I think now when you delve into it, the smoke kind of settles down and you're picking all those other things apart from it.
I was at a barbecue yesterday. My brother always likes to have a barbecue. He's got this big smoker, and in the smoker he smoked an apple pie in it, and that's what I'm getting. Smoked apple pie.
Isn't it great where whiskey takes you? Yeah, it's taking you back to that barbecue. I actually think have you tasted it yet?
No.
I think when you taste it, you'll get a wee bit more barbecue. You get a wee bit more bacony barbecue stuff going on.
Oh yeah, barbecued bacon.
There's so much going on that it's unbelievable.
Jeez.
Lemon, gingerbread.
That's the thing. That's why this whiskey, nobody has said a bad word. Everybody that's reviewed it, I think everybody I've spoke to has it all. It has the texture, it has the mouthfeel, it's silky, it's velvety, it's oily. You could see a million things about it. One of the notes that I get with this, I can't believe I get it, is peated lemons, man. What's a peated lemon?
I absolutely get that, yeah.
Yeah.
Peated lemons and custard creams. You know, there's all sorts of nonsense going on with this.
You can get a lemon custard cream.
Absolutely. And it's outdoorsy, it's grassy, it's mossy. It's got tropical fruit in it. It's nutty. It's ginger. It's spice. There's just so much. And I think every time you pick this bottle up and you go back to it and you sit with it, if you're sitting on your own, you'll find so much more with this one. But what a quality piece of work. And I do believe the new bottles, since the 2 new releases have come out, they're gone down equally as well, man.
Yeah.
In the grapevine. Can't remember the names of them offhand.
The second one was
set in a stunning between Kilkerran and Bunahaba and overlooking the Sound of Islay, just next to Loch Ardnahoe it is. Yeah. That's where it overlooks. But it overlooks the Paps of Jura. But Jura's in the background, but the whole panoramic is just incredible to... I should have taken a picture and put it on here to show you, man, but it's incredible.
Yeah, it's pretty special for 5 years, eh?
Here we go. Frank's all on it, man. Infinite Lock, first core range, and I think is it the Blow Bolsh, the new one?
I think number 2 was Infinite Lock. I don't know what the third one is.
I think it's Bolsh, I think. Bolsh, Blosh, something like that. At least more sherry forward one. Oh, I take it you're enjoying that one, Frank. Yeah. Oh, this is another. I was in 2 minds where to put this in the tasting. I didn't know whether I would bring the Kilkerran 16 in first and then this one. But I think the 16 can take this afterwards. I just wanted to put a wee break between the peat in this one and the peat in the Ardbeg. And I think the Kilkerran will just put a nice bourbon-y. I think this one is 70-30 bourbon and sherry, this Kilkerran. But yeah, let's have another sip of this.
And then this is just like sitting by a bonfire eating prune juice, drinking prune juice. I'm getting so much prune now. It's unbelievable. Every mouthful's a different taste. It's just wonderful.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
And that's what I think. I think every time you pour this, it's... See, this for me, right, is a 5-year-old whiskey, but I don't think I could sit down one night and watch a movie without this distracting me from the movie. You know, and then I could sit down the next night and it'd be completely different again. And I think that's one of the beautiful things. There it is. It's the Bolsh. Yeah, I thought it was the Bolsh. Yeah. I'm with you, Frank. I think that's pretty close, mate. So they seem to be knocking them out anyway, but they're knocking out in decent numbers. There's no kind of shortage of them. And I think that was the beautiful thing with this Ardnahoe inaugural. Everybody been waiting for it for years. And they all thought it was going to be a stampede. And there wasn't. There was no rush. You could take your time. You could wait till you got paid at the end of the month. There was no kind of shortage of it. Bolsha. There it is. Bolsha. That's the new From website, Ardnahoe Bogs has been matured predominantly in all the rods of sherry and is bottled with no artificial colouring and chill filter. Yeah, they don't chill filter any of it, Frank. So thank you very much for that, buddy. I think maybe I should make Frank a moderator or something, shouldn't I? Hey. I don't feel the need to have any moderator. I don't get these bots trying to come in and hack my channel, man. Nobody seems to watch me. I've got no worries with that. It's only them big channels that get all these fucking sex channels and all that jumped into your chat, don't they? Yeah, superb. Fantastic.
Fantastic, Dram.
Yeah.
You guys are going to have a tough job, aren't you? Picking a winner here.
Yeah.
No, the bonus Dram wins. No, very good. I'm very impressed with that.
Super. And this came out, I think, if I remember right, it came out at £70. And you would think £75 for a 5-year-old, but it's Islay, isn't it? So you've got an Islay premium. But £70, you could buy 2 bottles up front if you wanted. I think they have an Ardnahoe. I don't know, guys, if you've joined the Ardnahoe's, what do they call it? They call it a society, or what's the word I'm looking for? Ardnahoe. You can join them, and they'll send you obviously all the kind of information that's coming out. And no, please, no moderator, anything but that. I'm only teasing you, Frank. Don't you worry, mate. I don't think I need them on here. Sometimes I think they just keep moderators here to keep them here longer, don't they? Is that why they do it? So that they can't get off, man. They're moderating, so they're tired and they need to sit here with the rest of us and just sit for the full 2 hours, whatever it is. No problem, Frank. No worries, mate. Only had 1 dram of the Ardnahoe, resisted FOMO and haven't bought one. Still available here, though. Yeah, so there's James, I don't know how much it is over there. It was £70 here, but it's a spectacular whiskey, mate. I don't think you'll be disappointed with this one. Frank's pouring something. Where are we? In the meantime, pouring myself a IB Bal Blair 51.4 that I picked up yesterday. Sample at the North Netherlands. A lot of these festivals kicking around, aren't they? So what you got next, Dave? Is it Campbelltown? Is that the next thing for you?
Yeah, fun enough, I'm staying with James. So James, be on notice. You're going to bring a bottle over with you because I can't get no more bottles. Bring one over.
How did what was the festival you went to? Last time we were speaking, you were going to a festival, weren't you?
Croydon. That was
Croydon.
Croydon, yeah, very good.
How'd that go?
Very good. Some fabulous drams there. Yeah, brilliant. Shame it
was Ardnahoe not there? Was Ardnahoe not there? No. Hunter Lang.
Yeah. No, a lot of English was there, but no Ardnahoe, unfortunately.
Okay. All right.
But it was good festival. Very good festival.
Wow. I'm finding myself struggling, guys, to put these down. You know, I feel like I should be moving on to the next one, and I'm just nosing and sipping and
when you put that up against, so I got a couple of the Miko Tours.
Yeah.
I got the Sherry one and the Jinkapin, and they're both 5-year-olds as well. Obviously, I'm a huge Glenglassaugh fan, but that blows it out of the water. It would bully it to death.
No, I think where that probably beats the Miko Tour is the kind of mouthfeel, the complexity, when you think they're the 2 5-year-olds, but that in your mouth is just incredible, thick, velvety, and I think that comes into those warm tub condensers. I don't think there's many left in Scotland still using those warm tubs, but what they tend to do is they tend to bring more texture and body and that kind of thick, velvety mouthfeel to it. I think Springbank still do them, don't they? Dave, I'm pretty sure they still use warm tubs.
They're warm tubs.
Springbank.
Definitely. Yeah. I'm not sure how many distillers there's. What, 8, 9, maybe?
I think the last I heard there was probably about 12 doing them.
So,
I think Glenglassaugh might be one of them as well, to be fair. I think they might be one. Wow, that's nice. Okay, let's next whiskey, guys. This is the, I don't know, did I put any bottling dates on your bottles or anything? Did I put a bottling date on it?
21/6/22.
22.
Yeah, that's the one, mate. So that's the 2022 bottle, right? That was my whiskey of the year in 2023. Hope I've got that right. I'm losing track of time at a minute, but yeah, I'm sure that was I think the 2022 Bruno Haben was the 2022 one. I'm sure this was the 2023 one. Yeah. So this is different again. Again, Kilkerran, J&A Mitchell, 70% bourbon, 30% sherry. I think the one before it was 75-25. And it wasn't my favourite. A lot of people think I'm only preferring this because it's got a wee bit more sherry in it, but it's not the case. This is just spectacular. Again, lemony, orangey, citrus.
Starburst or opal fruits for you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tropical, banana, melon, apple, red fruit, berry fruit. Again, orchard fruit. Wee bit of raspberry, wee bit of strawberry. There's so much fruit going on. But that lemon,
salty on the nose. It's so salty on the nose, Alan.
Yeah, it's that coastal kind of Campbelltown salty vibe is there. I always get every single Glen Scotia I get is as salty as hell, man. So they have that kind of that Campbelltown salty vibe.
Mm-hmm.
But I get a wee bit of chocolate in this one as well, right? And I tell you what's different about the chocolate for me. It's like a chocolate bar, right? But it has some sort of filling in it. So it might be a toffee filling, or it might be an orange filling, or a raspberry filling. You know, it's not just the chocolate. It's like a chocolate bar that's got orange centered, soft centered. Probably I could do a Forrest Gump analogy and say it's like a box of chocolates. You know, it's that kind of vibe.
You should
At the same
do that,
time,
actually.
it's yeah,
Yeah, and the accent.
No, I don't know if I can do that, mate. I'm struggling to keep people ways anymore, man. As soon as I do that Forrest Gump accent, it might just be us three left in the chat. But the same with this one, it's chocolatey, but it's malty, it's biscuity, but it's a chocolate biscuit. Does that make sense? I think last year's the one before it. The last one before it was like a digestive biscuit. This is more like a chocolate digestive. This one.
I agree.
That's only the nose.
With a bit of lemon. A little bit of lemon zest on the back as well.
Bags and bags of lemon.
Yeah.
Kilkerran for me is famous for the lemon vibe, man.
Yeah.
But it's
Beautiful.
it's almost tropical juicy stuff going on.
Mm-hmm.
Dave's on it.
One of my favourites.
Oh, I think he wants you to buy a bottle, Dave.
He's promised. He's already commented he's going to bring one over. I can't get it anymore down here in London. I can't get Ardnahoe. We're talking Ardnahoe now.
Oh, right, okay. Oh no, it's incredible, man. I've stocked the shelves up, man. You know, I think even at Southport, I think I got another bottle at Southport when I was at Southport Festival. How you doing, Emily? Emily's in. I think she's going to pop in and out. I think it's a crazy time over there, and try to think where she is in America. Sure, you'll tell us where you are in America, Emily. But warm tubs. What was I said there about warm tubs? 21. 21 use them, man. That's more than I thought used them, man. Sure, I read somewhere it was lower. I thought it was about 12 at the time. Unless more of them are used. Well, Ardnahoe's come on now, so that's another one it's added. But Maybe some of the new ones are using them. 21. We're keeping Frank busy, aren't we? Okay, James, got the Kilkerran in the glass now. Oh, he's got a 23 batch.
23 batch is very chocolatey. So James is going to pick up a lot of chocolate on that 23 batch. I remember that one.
I still get a wee bit of chocolate in this one, Dave, but no.
Yeah, white chocolate.
No,
though,
anything like the latest one.
White chocolate on this 22. A white chocolate. What was that white chocolate bar I used to get with the kid on the
Milky
advert?
Bar. The Milky Bar kid. Yeah.
So does Frank stay in the Netherlands then?
Yes.
In Holland?
Yeah.
Ik spreek een goede Nederlands.
I don't know if you can call it Holland. Can you call it Holland? I don't know if they're offended when you call it Holland. I think they like it in the Netherlands, I think. You speak a bit of Dutch then, Paul?
Yeah, I lived there for 2 years.
Okay. So where were you there?
In Almere. Yeah, it was just outside Amsterdam, the kind of reclaimed land, Flevoland.
Okay.
I was just taught a bit of golf over there. Lovely country.
Oh, yeah, Frank, she said that half of the warm tub distilleries are Diageo.
Okay.
Yeah, he's replied back to Paul.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, Florida. Keep the brain okay. Nope, Holland is something different. That's the same as saying that the UK is and England is the same. Apologise for any offence that you might have got there, Frank. Wow. Kilkerran, man. This just blew me away. I gave 46, non-chill filter, natural colour.
You can't go wrong. You just can't go wrong.
I always thought, when this first one came out, the first Kilkerran 16, I was a big man. The first video that I ever done, on YouTube was the Kilkerran 12. And I loved that Kilkerran 12. As you can probably see above me, guys, I've got the whole kind of Kilkerran. Let me see if I can light that a little bit. That whole shelf up there is all Kilkerrans right along to the walls. But these were the first work in progress Kilkerrans. And I collected all these. There's a few 16s there, but there's plenty of 12s, plenty of 8s, cherries, ports, bourbons. A massive Kilkerran fan. But the Springbank goes the other way, but there's plenty of Springbank. I'm liking my Campbelltown's whiskies. Glenglassaugh no far off behind the shelf as well, but yeah, there's plenty going on there.
Do you guys get any smoke from that at all?
Tiny little bit.
Just on the background, just not a lot. You're not getting a lot though, are you?
The first time I got a Kilkerran 12 last year, and the first time I opened it, I thought I wasn't expecting it. It was very smoky, and then once I went beyond the shoulder, it disappeared. But I'm picking a little bit up of that one tonight.
No, I think there is a wee bit in it, but it's massively citrus, lemon, orange, banana, melon, apple,
foam bananas,
orchard fruit. There's all sorts of stuff. But that chocolate is a kind of chocolate digestive. I know Dave's getting his wee Milky Bar kid going on there as well, but toffee, honey. Again, it's a wee bit fizzy and sherbety in the finish. Maybe a wee bit sticky apple.
And creamy. Very, very creamy as well.
Creamy, bacon, spices. It's another whiskey that you could really sit down. I don't know if we're giving them justice here, guys, because we could sit down and really, really pick these apart and spend hours on them.
We'll do it on the after show, innit?
Well, okay. Yeah, we can sit back and spend another couple of hours if you want afterwards, but you know, what's going on here? Oh, what's going on here? Doodle the dram, how you doing, mate?
Hey.
Just tasting some whiskies, man. You're here and there and everywhere. Now, Petehead, I must admit, does get around, man. I don't think there's many chats that he's not in. And to be fair to Frank, Frank's one of those guys that I know whatever video I put out, whether it's sherried or red wined or whatever, he comments without fail, man. Every single video he comments. I know the other guys are all the same. He comments on all of them, man. I don't know where he finds the time to watch everybody, man. When you don't know, you can't be blamed. Okay, I missed a bit of that. But yeah, no, I think Johan might be over there somewhere as well. I'm not too sure where Johan is. I think Johan's over there as well.
You also? Nice. Coke means that you are me as well, or
yeah, I think he's there as well. He's in. I almost said Holland there, man. I don't know whether it's Netherlands or Holland, but I've got here. It's NL, isn't it? Yeah, Netherlands.
Yeah, Dick Advocat and Michael Mole's country.
Yeah. Okay, there's some fucking chat going on here. I take a bus whiskey. Chats just went nuts, man. Here, Frank says, I do comment on several channels. Frank, I don't think I found a channel there you've no commented on, man. It's beautifully appreciated, my friend. I have to run out and put some weed and feed on the lawn before the rain comes in about an hour and a half. I'll be back in about 30 minutes. No worries, Greg. I'll catch you later. I mean, we'll probably still be here in half an hour anyway. Oh, who's commented on Michael Mouse? Say something about your age, Paul.
Yeah, I've been to the Michael Moles fan club in Utrecht. It was like a house in the middle of a housing estate. Tremendous.
No, but he's always at the match, isn't he?
Yeah.
He must come over all the time. I don't know if he's still staying here or not, or he's went home, but
I'm not sure.
idea.
But
he always seems to see the Instagram pictures or wherever he's at the match and whatever. But anyway, I think we're not giving this Kilkerran the justice that it deserves. Fudgy, toffee. I think the finish. When you said that wee bit of peat smoke that you're getting, I think what I find when that wee bit of peat and that wee bit of smoke, it tends to make the finish last a wee bit longer.
Yeah.
Spicy finish, woody, peaty, spicy. The mouth feels incredible, guys. It's just an awesome whiskey, man.
It'll be a tough pick tonight.
I thought when I sat down, I'll find this dead easy to pick a winner, man.
Yeah.
I was going to go to 16 all day long because I'd have to do my whiskey of the year. But the other guys are surprising, aren't they? When you sit down, and it's great when you kind of dare them side by side.
Yeah,
you know. But that 16 as well is just so much going on, man. And in the house, yeah. I miss somebody coming in. see if I'm catching up here. Doodle the Dram, eh? What a name that is, man. Need to invite him on just to get that on his name card, man. Doodle the Dram. Peathead, man. What a list that would be, wouldn't it? Yeah, I think I'm caught up now. Doodle the Dran is arm. Ah, right. Sometimes with these handles, you know who the guys are, but you... Doodle Dran is... Ah, okay. Well, okay. Any more thoughts on that, guys? What's your kind of main take on that one?
Beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely lovely. Yeah.
Whiskey of the Year stuff, Dave. Would you think Whiskey of the Year stuff?
Yeah, I might have a surprise on my list tonight, actually. But yeah, I would have said this would have won up all the time, but we'll see. We'll see tonight. We'll see.
I can always tell when my glasses, because when I'm enjoying it, I finish them.
Or you pour another one.
Well, that might be an after show thing. So this might be the one that might kind of throw the cat amongst the pigeons. Got Cool Runnings has come in. How you doing, mate? I think we might find the kind of the American guys might start to be hitting down a wee bit now. It's coming into their kind of time zone, isn't it? I think it might still be late afternoon over there with someone else. Yeah, so this one here, Eureka. That's probably the darkest of them all, colour-wise. Well, apart from the mystery dram. Let's get some water and get ready for this. So Ardbeg Eureka. Ardbeg have the Ardbeg Committee, which is their club. You can sign up, the T-shirt and all that, and tours and stuff, and Ardbeg, all Ardbeg info gets emailed to you. And from time to time, they'll drop out a Ardbeg Committee release. You'll usually find this label is usually the kind of label that comes on the Ardbeg Committee ones, which is normally a wee bit higher ABV. So this is 52.2. You might find later on they'll bring a core release, Ardbeg Eureka, it may be a 46% one. So they tend to do two versions of it. But the committee release is always the higher proofed one. And this one is, let me just remember what we had with this. It's to commemorate 25 years of the Ardbeg Committee. Bourbon, sherry casks, non-chill filtered, natural colour, all of that. So, what are you getting on this one, guys?
Paul, before you even say it, Paul, boom.
Well,
I got it.
So
you get the OXO.
Obviously, we've got OXO here, but here's one for you. I've never ever had a fish note on a whiskey before.
Oh no, you can get this all the time on Ardbeg, man.
So I'm getting. I actually had to write it down. Smoked mackerel that's been filtered through coffee and cigars.
This is where you. I think the peated ones always give you the mental tasting notes, don't they?
So I had Savile on last time.
See, I get the thing I get the biggest note on this is seaweed.
Yeah.
So I get a big seaweed thing, salty, dried seaweed. But it's briny, salty. It's that kind of, you know, when you've got your kind of kippers and the little ones in the tins, the little sardines. Yeah, they're kind of briny, aren't they?
Yeah.
But I definitely get a big seaweed. But I know exactly where you're going with the mackerel. I know where you're going with the fishy thing. but it's I get this. Well, I've the note that I've put down is seaweed, dried seaweed, and then I've followed it up with brighty, salty sweetness.
Yeah,
And guess what my next note is? Raisins and sultanas.
Yeah, I get that.
So
I get
this is
salty dark chocolate.
This is the thing with the peat thing. I think once you get past the smoky, peaty nose things, I think sometimes it's dead easy to like the fruitier, the sherry, the bourbons, the vanillas, the caramels, all that kind of stuff. But when you get into the peated ones, I think they're a little bit more complex and a little bit more stuff that you have to get past to find the other stuff, you know. And it might be, some people might like that mackerel thing in their nose. They might be a fish lover, they may be but a lot of the times it's, particularly the last Ardbeg one I did was the barbecue, and that was just all barbecued stuff.
Yeah.
Barbecued meats, barbecued everything. It takes you to a place in the summer when you've got the garden opened up and the barbecue's burning away, and you get the charcoal, the smoky. Sometimes you get the distant stuff where it's one of your neighbours down the road has got a barbecue going and the smoke's whiffing over. But this is dried fruit, raisin, sultana. Smoke now is distant. Whereas up front it was smoky up front, but now it's kind of going to be a bit distant. But I still get it as malty, earthy, bit of old leather, dusty old bookshelves. You know, there's that. It takes you to a million places. So sometimes, hopefully, you think that when you're nosing a whiskey, it just takes you off somewhere. You know, some of them, one of them might have been the apples and pears. It might have been, you know, when you were at school and you used to nick out of school and nick the apples off the apple tree, you know, all that kind of, you know, it just takes you to different places. It may take you to a cookie, your favourite. You're walking through the supermarket and the bakery's gone and you get that doughy bakery smell, you know. You might be walking past the fish counter now in Morrison's, you know, getting your dried mackerel and your briny sardines, you know. But yeah, no, it's just super. But it's still floral.
This takes me back to the 90s. I think it's still a thing. Salty licorice, rather than just licorice.
Yeah.
Very salty licorice. And that's the thing over in Denmark, I'm sure of it. Definitely salty licorice.
Yeah, that was Frank's dived in, man. Yeah. Love fish, prefer them not to be swimming in my whiskey.
Happy fish, though.
Wow. I'm tending on non-PTC. Martin's diving into his more knotted pasties. So where's Roy? Where's Roy? Like, he's definitely a peathead, isn't he? Sounds like my kind of dram, except for the raisin and sultana. Yeah, no, listen, Roy, you could get past it quickly if you wanted to, mate. You know, there's just so much going on with it. Again, lately, the last couple of Ardbegs I've had have been quite interesting Ardbegs. You know, sometimes you get all those kind of committee releases and they're just more market driven and they're more kind of just finished in something, and you know, they're just cracker prices, crazy, stupid, mental prices. This is not too bad. I think this is £72 for a committee release, and I don't think that's too bad for a committee release. And I think there's plenty of it around. I don't think there's a shortage of it. Oh man, who's on the wine gums? Yeah, no, this is for me. It's, listen, you're either a peathead or you're not a peathead, right? But I think this is something that you don't have to be, and you could still enjoy it.
There's sherry in this, though, yeah.
Yes, I think it's Oloroso. Well,
it's quite sweet.
Yeah, I think it's Oloroso. That's where I tend to like my peat. I like the things like inaugural and that sweet peat thing, sherry and peat, and sometimes where the kind of peat heads will like the peat, sherry heads will like the sherry.
I think that's more PX in this, no?
It doesn't really say, to be fair. It just says sherry casks, bourbon and sherry casks. I'll have a look and see if it says more detail.
I think you're right, Paul.
It's got a lot of sweetness to it.
Yeah.
Sweet peat, yeah.
And it changes every time. Jeez.
So this is what it says with this one. It just says sherry cask. It doesn't say whether they're PX or Oloroso. Resounding yes, by skillfully combining. Oh yeah, it is. It's PX. Combining PX sherry casks with roasted malt spirit matured in bourbon casks. Salty, crispy seaweed, sweet cinnamon, jostle with the dark chocolate coated raisins and burning embers. Periodical whiskey truly befitting hopscotch nature of the committee. United by love in all things smoky. Eureka. So yeah, PX it is, mate. Yeah, you're right. PX. Super. That educated nose that man has there. He should be writing books, that man. Super.
It's just because I can smell my Aunt Chrissy's sherry. That's why.
Thought they had announced Eureka. Yeah, it's PX. Yeah, you're right, guys. It's PX. Yeah, Frank's not a fan of PX, man. I think you'd like it, Frank. I think if you get a chance to try this, give it a try, man. I think there's enough peat going on to keep you happy. I think the PX is just adding something else, whether it's going to be up your street or not. But yeah, let's James is saying he's not bought one. I haven't bought an Ardbeg since 2020. He's black. Started off pretty good and just went flat pretty quick. Corey Brecken wowed me. Yeah, the Corey Brecken, the core range. I think Ardbeg, to be fair, I think when you put core ranges up, I think you'll find it hard to find a better core range than Ardbegs. The 10 is steady. Udigal was one of my favourites. Just enough sherry in there for me. Corey Brecken is also mind-blowing. I think both of them, to be fair, I think they're pretty much cast strength. Udigal and Corey Brecken. So some of the special releases have been a wee bit disappointing, man. That goes without saying, man. But I definitely bought the last one, the Bizarre-BQ. I bought that at the distillery, and that was it was supposed to be distillery exclusive when I bought it. I came home and 4 days later it got released to general sale. That typical Ardbeg, you know. But yeah, that was super. It says all about it. It's Bizarre-BQ, but it's just all everything you can imagine on a barbecue. It's in that bottle. Let's have a look. We have the core range Ardbegs for me. Corey Brecken in the 10. Rest it's too sherried. Okay. How you doing, Ted? Wow, where you been, mate? Huge fan of the Ardbeg Udigal. Yeah, no, Ted, good having you in, mate. Fantastic. Listen, I've sent you a wee email on Patreon, man, and you've not replied to me, so have a wee look and see if you can fill it in for me. Just quick one, guys. I don't know if you got it, Dave. Did you get the email that I put out about what bottles you've been buying?
Yeah.
So I'm going to try and produce a video on you guys' comments, man. So the more you get involved and the more info I've got to try and put a better video together. You know, I don't want to have to just make up a load of shite and say, oh, they all told me this and all told me that, you know. So fill it in. There's no rush, man. I'm 5 or 6 videos ahead at the minute anyway, so there's no mad rush to do it. I liked the Bizarre BQ. Did try a pour of that at the bar after release. Yeah, no, I loved it. And I'm not the biggest peat fan. So what are we getting with this? Have you tried this yet? You've sipped it?
Oh, yes.
Nearly finished it.
Don't send me it and peated. I've nearly finished it. Oily, thick, spicy. Yeah, it's spicy, innit?
Yeah, spice.
Sooty. I think it's got a lovely, lovely arrival, man. Real nice. But that spicy thing that hangs around. The intensity is lovely, but vanilla and sweet toffee and salted caramel. We're getting that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Them chocolate raisins are there as well, man. They're not quite boozy raisins, man. But they're definitely chocolate raisin.
I think the only thing that lets this down, Alan, the only thing that lets this down is the mouthfeel. Bit disappointing in the mouthfeel.
I thought it was all right. I thought it was quite thick and oily, but let me try again, Dave, just to confirm that for you, mate.
Saying that though, Alan, just saying that, I did put a bit of water with it, so it might change.
Oh, right. No, take the water back out. Just down that. Have you got any left?
Oh, yeah.
Pour it again without the water, mate. I've not tried these with water. I think 52.2. I'm fine with that without water.
No, I think the water there. I put a little bit of water into it, and it didn't kill it, but it.
See, sometimes they don't. And that might be the young stuff because there's no age statement on this, so this could be young. But did you put water in the Ardnahoe?
No.
No. Okay. So I'd be interested to see how the Ardnahoe stood up to water.
I did. I put a little bit into it, and it was again super complex still.
Yeah,
really good. Whereas with the Eureka, it just died a wee bit. But again, amazing, but not as good.
I could, funnily enough, with these, I know it's hard saying it with an Ardbeg, but I could probably get into peat through these.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. If I wasn't a peat guy, I probably could. You know what? I might try something else in that.
Have you ever been to any whiskey festivals when Ardbeg have been there?
No.
So
they don't tend to do many, do they?
Well, they do the Scottish National Whiskey Festival, and that was the one that got cancelled in January. It's now at the SEC this Saturday coming.
All right, okay.
And last year when I went to it, their stand was phenomenal. So they've got so much going on. They've got lots of smoke flying about all over the place, and it's all show. But again, I was giving the Ardbeg Wee Beastie. My brother's, he's big into peat, and I was like, no, not for me. I love the Wee Beastie. And then
I think we sometimes where you end up getting into these, and I don't know if some of the guys will agree, but when you do some of these blind, when you don't know what they are, and you have no inhibitions as to what they're going to be, you might be totally surprised. So we might have done these blind, right? When we don't know what they are. That might be an idea for a sample pack for me that I just send you one blind.
I agree, yeah.
And you don't know what they are. And then you get the fun of putting them level pegging because you might have, I know that Kilkerran's going to be great. I know that Hazelburn's going to be fantastic. I don't know about the Glenglassaugh. I've never had Glenglassaugh before. I've never had Ardnahoe before. And I've Ardbeg, I'm not that keen on Ardbeg, but now that you've tried it, you're probably enjoying the Ardbeg.
Yeah.
You know, so I think sometimes where you get great is when you get them blind and you can sit down with them blind and they're all on a level pegging. And you can then pick out your winners. And you might find out you might actually, you know what, I quite like Pete.
Yeah.
You know, or I quite like PX over Oloroso. You know. So yeah, no, this is. I was surprised when I got this. I preferred the barbecue over this one. I think the barbecue was more up my street. That was more really barbecue, saucy, sticky, you know, almost jammy. That jammy fruits were always like stewed fruits, jammy fruits. This is more kind of toffee, caramel, salted caramel, that chocolate raisin thing's going on. But the finish for me is it's damp and it's salty. Got a damp,
I'm glad I repoured. I'm glad I repoured because that water didn't do any favours.
No.
In fact, the water, very nice.
I prefer it at the 52.2, Dave, all day long, mate.
Yeah, I agree.
I've got the bottle. Don't get me wrong, I've got the bottle. And I might have tried one with some water, just purely research to find out, does it make any difference? But fortunately or unfortunately, I've not had the chance to try it with any water yet. But now you've kind of reinformed that I don't need to put any water in it. Yeah, Ardbeg Eureka. When I did this video, it was the first thumbnail that I tried to create with AI. And to be fair, it was a load of fun trying it, man. Just typing in Eureka, typing in Ardbeg, Isla Scotch, create me a thumbnail, and there was a load of fucking great stuff came out on AI. And I think you'll find going forward, I think a lot of it, unless YouTube stop it, but a lot of the AI, they come up with some cracking thumbnails, man. But yeah, no, that was I enjoyed it when it came. As I say, it's not my favourite. It's not my favourite Ardbeg. I don't think it's a patch. Considering that's 52.2 and Udigal is 54.2, I think. I think the Ardbeg Udigal, I think, just gives you more kind of oomph. Let's see what I'm missing out here. Final dram of the weekend for me. Oh, look at this big bastard he's got here, man. 62.2 Highland Park, man. Peated Highland Park. You got any Oloroso in that, Frank? Or maybe a wee bit of kind of Portuguese red wine or something would maybe make that sound great, man. Yeah. Yeah, there he is. 50. Oh, that. I tell you where see that 57.1. That's the 100 proof strength, right? That is my favourite strength. And whatever I seem to see at 57.1, it blows me away. And I tell you a wee story with that 57.1. You ever remember the first Kilkerran 8 sherry that came out? I think it was about 2019, I think. The mind blowing. I did a video on it and I went gaga in the video, man. Pollution. I went gaga in that video, man. That's my favourite ever Kilkerran ever. That 8-year-old Chard. I think it was Chard Oloroso, I think. 8-year-old 57.1. But that's why I think the signatory vintage range, the 100 proof range is doing so well because the strength is perfect. It's a perfect bottling strength, man, for me. That 57 point. I didn't think Corey Breckin was 57.1, but I'll take Frank's word for it. Yeah, here we go. There we go. Look. Yeah, late 2019, that Kilkerran 850. Your review made me buy 2 bottles of it. I went absolutely fucking gaga in it, man. And I'll tell you a story with that one, guys. It was the very, very last video of 2019 that I reviewed, and it won my Whiskey of the Year, the very last video, man. How you doing, Sandro? Ciao. Good evening. Ciao from Milano. And the same Ardnahoe cast strength in the glass. Yeah. Okay. Nice. Which one? Which Ardnahoe, Sandro? Is it the bourbon one, the Madeira one, the rum one? Which one? What's the new one they've done? They've done a new one, haven't they? Ardnahoe cast strength. I think they've done a new one. Is it Madeira? Is Madeira the new one? I wasn't a fan of the rum one. Got to go, guys. Martin, thank you very much for dropping in, mate. Catch you again next time, mate. Same time next month. Anyway, they arrived just days before I flew to Australia. Then it released in Sweden while I was there. I made my wife go out and pick up 2 more. Let me tell you a story with that one, James. We've got a bit of time, I think. Mezcal and Madeira, yeah. I think Mezcal's the new one, I think. Madeira, I think Madeira has been out a wee while, but yeah. That Kilkerran 8. I just managed to pick up a bottle of it. And it turned out, I don't know if it was after my video, but it became ridiculously hard to pick up. I think it was the very first Kilkerran 8 as well, so it was hard enough to get a hold of anyway. So I couldn't find it. After I got that bottle and I went absolutely gaga, I thought I'm going to have to get some more of it. And I searched around every single whiskey shop in the country to try and find if there's any of that anywhere. And then I got an email from somewhere in Belgium, I think. There's a wine shop in Belgium. And I contacted them and they said, yeah, we've got 6 bottles left. So I got them to send me all 6. that Kilkerran 8, man. So I was pretty well stocked. Believe it or not, guys, I think I've got a half bottle left and I've got 1 full bottle left out of them 6 bottles. But yeah, I got them to send me the whole lot from Belgium. Paid the shipping and everything to ship it. I didn't think it was that expensive to ship either. It was quite good. Might be tougher now with the EU thing and all that. It might be harder to do it now, but yeah. So, are we ready for the main event? The main event of the night. So this might give you an indication if I did them blind. You know what I mean? So now you've got a chance of seeing something for the first time. Look at that colour, man. I don't know if your camera must be very, very bright, Dave, because yours looks a lot lighter than what Paul's does.
Bloody light up there.
Yeah. Look at his, man. Look. Just to give you an idea, guys, right? So I didn't give anything away, right? Look what I did. Right? But I'll let you taste it. Nose it, taste it. Over to you guys, man. You guys are going to tell me everything about this bottle. And then I'll kind of share with you what it is and what I get from it. And to give you an idea, it's my second ever favourite bottle from this distillery ever. So crack on, guys. Let's see what's going on. You need to find someone who wants to mule bottles back for you from the UK. Wow, this is... he couldn't wait, man. He just dived straight in.
Oh.
Oh, Pete Heads. Look, Pete, Frank, do you think I would do something as simple as that? The Glenglassaugh 10 cast strength is not that dark, man. Yeah, Roy thinks it's got 150. I got one Kilkerran. Oh, they're all piling in, man. They're all guessing. We should do a blind one, guys. Everybody seems to be diving into this now. They're all talking to us now rather than...
Blind would be good. Very good.
They're all talking to themselves.
That'd be good fun.
Yeah, so what I'll probably look at doing the next one. I'll probably do a blind one. Look, do. So what you finding? I know this is no good. Frank knows right away this is no up his street, man. He knows this is.
I'm going to guess this in
this will bring him out. This will bring him out in a rash, man.
This isn't just pure bourbon. That's for sure. It's bloody gorgeous, whatever it is. Yeah.
It's every kind of dark fruit, red fruit, juicy fruit, dried fruit, red apple, raisins, figs, dates, all of it. It's Christmas cake, it's chocolate, it's...
Yeah, this is the reason I got into whiskey. That's something like this.
This is just some would say it's a sherry bomb, man. I don't know if it's going to be quite... You could get a tag of sherry bomb, but it's not a kick in the balls off a sherry bomb, man.
So ABV is above 50% ABV. Absolutely.
It still gives you that kind of, you know, when you sometimes get that kind of dirty sherry thing. You know, the thing that Ardnahoe gives you, Dave.
Yeah.
I think there's a wee bit of that dirty. There's not going quite as far as the dirty Ardnahoe, but it's got a wee.
There's a little bit of dirtiness to it.
That wee dirty, Donny damp vibe going on.
Are we going island here?
No.
No? Oh, no.
No.
I better not show what I wrote down then.
No, it's not island. It is... This is... Nearly gave it away there, man.
Is that...
I could nose this for hours, right? This is one of them. This is one of them, right? I'd be lying in bed watching telly with the missus, right? And a movie'd be on. And I know the movie's going to be a couple of hours, so I'll pour one of these. But I'll sit and I'll nose it, and I'll nose it, and I'll nose it, and I'll feel, you know, when you feel the vibe that she's just fucking looking at you. And you turn around and she'll say, "Are you going to fucking drink that, you weirdo?" You know,
like a sweet Coca-Cola.
It's got all of that, everything you could dream of. And if you're a sherry head, then this is right up your street. Okay, Frank's going to have another guess. Yeah, so it's not quite that dirty end, but it's got that nice little whiff of damp, that little whiff of, dare I say, is it damp and dunnage and maybe a wee hint of charred oak somewhere in there.
So are we Highland then?
No.
No.
Come on.
No. Chocolate. Raisins.
Yeah.
Treacle.
Yeah, it's Christmas. It's a Christmas
honey. Christmas cake.
Pete has just put one of my...
Cinnamon.
You're going to be... This, Paul, is going to blow your mind, mate, when you know what this is.
Petehead's got my suggestion already nailed.
What we got?
Right, so the first thing, I'll just put it down. The first thing I wrote down, oh no, can't get it in there, was I thought, obviously it's a Glenglassaugh, but I thought that'd be too obvious.
Yeah.
And I thought maybe a Glenglassaugh 18 or something, or I wasn't sure, but then it was giving me something different. I then thought it was going to happen because you've done the 21.
Yeah.
And
no, it's not that.
Then I thought that's where I went, and now I have no clue. But
okay, so
to
give you an idea, Peterhead has just brought every single fucking sherry dram that you could imagine. Just to give you an idea, Frank. Give you an idea, Frank, right? It's none of them.
That's blown me out the window then.
and it's better than all of them. in my opinion. So they're all going Teapot, they're all going Glengoyne. It's no Highland.
See, I know you know I like Edredor, but I don't know.
Is it independent?
No, I thought this would throw you away. No, this is a distillery bottle.
Amazing.
Johan, thank you very much, mate. If you want to dive into the replay and catch up what this is, mate, feel free to dive into the replay. Oh, Mike Meyer, man, how are you doing, Mike? It's been a long time, pal. How you keeping? Long time, man. Hope you've still got them Whiskey Friend coins, mate. Can we still buy it? That might be a stumbler. I think you can still buy it, but you'd need to buy it at auction.
It wouldn't be one of the Olos, would it?
One of the what?
Olos. There's a range Olo.
No, it's not Olo, mate.
It's not one of those. So I think it's Edredor. I honestly do.
There's Hamish. How are you doing, Hamish? I think.
Oh, he was hosting the boys in Ross County today.
Oh, how'd it go, mate? I think Hamish might have helped me get one of these, if I remember right. Glendronach 15. If it's a distillery dram, you might have to be able to pick it up, and then there must be a visitor centre. There is a visitor centre. But to give you an idea, Frank, this is probably a couple of years old, mate. So I definitely don't think there is another version of it that you can pick up, but it's not this one.
So can we narrow it down to where it's from, the area?
Yeah, Speyside.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
You see how easy I gave you that answer? Yeah. Yeah. What else are you getting when you nose it and taste it, guys? Give me some beautiful sweetness, man. Beautiful.
That's toffee, fudge, rum and raisin.
Treacle, yeah.
Toffee. It's just amazing. Honey, I just get Christmas
sticky
cake.
Honey, Christmas cake.
It's got to be Glenallachie, Hamish. It's got to be.
What is he saying?
Tomatin or Glenallachie.
Okay, so tell you what I'm going to do then. So you kind of nailed that a little bit. It is a Glenallachie. But this is the second best Glenallachie I've ever had. Let's have a look.
Well, it's the best one I've ever had.
Yeah. So I did stick it in this little bottle because I didn't want to give it away too much, and I thought I might need some more of it tonight while I'm tasting it with you. But I do have it's behind me on the shelf here. I don't know if you can see that shelf, Bob. Have you seen that Glenallachie shelf?
Yeah, it looks okay.
Does it? Let me try and hone in. Let me hone in a little bit. Let me see if I can show you where we got here. So that Glenallachie, there's your Miko Tors, mate, right?
Yeah.
And then it goes all the way across to there. That's your kind of core ranges there. So I'm going to put you out. You want me to put you out your misery?
Please.
Yeah. Let me change this. That one there. So I've got it here. There's a couple of bottles behind me. But look at that. And that is. It's a Glenallachie 14. It's fully matured in Oloroso.
Oh, is that the Denmark one?
No, this was distillery exclusive. You could only buy it at a distillery. 55.4% ABV.
Oh, cool.
Right. The new one is a 13 Oloroso. But what I'd like to do, guys, while we're here, while I've got you handy, it was Mr. Billy Walker's birthday yesterday. So
80 years old.
80 years post old. A note. 70, I think.
70?
80.
Is it 80? No, 80, apologies.
He looks
so I'd love to toast a happy birthday to Mr. Billy Walker. Producing great stuff.
Happy birthday, William.
Here's Frank. Nice one, Frank. Without racism, too dark for me. But no, this is super. This is my second favourite ever from Glenglassaugh. You probably want to know what my favourite is.
I do now, yeah.
Let me go and get it.
I was just me and you now, Paul.
Yeah, do you know what I'm going to do now? I'm going to put more of that back in here and keep it for next week.
I'm going to finish it off.
That was lovely. That's right up my street.
Good call.
This is a bottle that I named it the Beast because this is a beast of a whiskey, man. But you think that 14 was dark? Get that one. And that one is a 2005 single cask. So, guys, if you're ever looking at auction, right, and you see a cat, this is 13 years old, this one. And if you ever see a cask number 901097, you need to snap these up, man, because this is brutal. 59.8. Crazy, mad, dark. So no rich chestnut, waves of heather, honey, dark chocolate, raisins, cinnamon, orange, spices, treacle, raisins, lashings of dark chocolate and plums. Wow. But yeah. Well, let me share one of these with you, man. Let's take kind of hip hip hooray, Billy. Yeah, I thought 80. I think it's 80, wasn't it? Yeah.
Pete Head, that was as dark as Svarta Pete. No racism here.
Yeah, no, I think James remembers it when it came out. I think I've picked up a couple, James, but I found them at auction. If they do turn up at auction now, guys, they're the cheapest chips, man. Cheers, Ted. Thank you very much, mate. I'm looking forward to seeing what you've picked, what you've been buying. Wow, what is that? There's more on the shelf. The distillery.
It probably does, actually.
You've not seen the shelves facing him.
Yeah, exactly.
No, Frank's trying to claim a disclaimer here. Look, Frank's trying to get involved there. First guess was the correct one. The 10-year-old was merely a stab in the dark. Yeah. No, but Frank, if you know me so well, it wouldn't be too difficult to think that looking at something like that, it would be it's either going to be an Ardnahoe or a Glenglassaugh, innit? If it's coming off mine. What is that? Who's translating there then? What's that one? What are we translating for Frank here? What are we translating?
It's a Christmas thing.
Okay. What? Jingle bells, that kind of thing?
Pretty much, yeah.
Wow. So what do you think of that one, guys? Are you chuffed with that?
That's a good
Oh, it's amazing. Yeah. Yeah, I was saying to Dave when you went away, I said I'm going to pour some of that back in and keep that. I'm not going to keep it. I'm going to have it.
That's a good call.
I could spend hours with that. And even on the finish, there's a wee bit of coffee on the finish, isn't there? Coffee.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's espresso or I think it's more espresso on the finish.
Yeah, that's pretty special. So you're right, special bonus dram.
Yeah, no, look after you boys, man. I'll look after you, man. Make sure you get some good stuff. Because you've been so loyal, man, I might, if I've got space in the bottle, I might try and stick you something else in for the next one. But yeah, no, I think the plan going forward, if you're up for it, is get this one done. Don't know if Frank will want to take part in this, because I don't think this is up Frank's street, but he might just get involved in the conversation and chat away. He always does, doesn't he? So he's gets on with everybody. So get that one done, and I might do a blind one.
Yeah.
And then see what's what. But I've got an idea what he's liking. So what I'm doing with the packs now, guys, I've not mentioned it, but as you're probably wondering what this is. This is the next pack that's available. I'm going to let me pop a wee link. Anybody that wants to get involved with these two guys, which I'm very thankful for. Let's have a look. I'll pop that in there. There we go. Let me show that there and get back into here.
Yeah, the next one's spectacular.
Yeah, no, it's a nice. There's a lot of sherry involved, so that's where we are. We're going to finish it with a wee bit of peat on the end. So for the guys who do like a wee bit of peat, then it's pretty much cool there. Get there, get the chat, and get rid of that. So they are available. There's a few packs. Lesson. If you want to come on and join us, feel free, guys. You can come on and join us. Got space for another 3 or 4 people if they want to join. We did have a couple of people want to join us today, but obviously the nerves got the better of them. Their bottle crashed, whatever it is.
Well, if you were sitting beside me and Dave, do you know what I mean? No wonder. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, a couple of good-looking guys. None of you guys fancy Dave. None of your whiskey guys fancy coming on and joining you, getting a bit of banter between you.
Yeah, I could get
each other off.
I could get someone on. Yeah,
I could get somebody.
Yeah, it just gets the banter going, and then we can find out more about Paul and more about Dave. You know, rather than just keeping it all at yourselves. You know, I think if I just say, "Oh, Dave, tell everybody all about you," and Paul, you'll give nothing away. But if a couple of your mates come on, then we can usually find out more, particularly when the whiskey kicks in. So I think it just makes the lives a wee bit more interesting. But no, this has been fun again. Super, super fun. Hopefully there's some nice whiskies in there. You've no picture winners yet, guys. How would you score them?
Do you want a top 3 or are we giving it top 6?
Give me well, I know what the one's going to be, I think. So yeah, give me 1 to 6. Your worst to your favourite.
1 to 6. Jeez, okay. I need to give me a wee minute here. I've not even wrote it down.
Okay.
Wow, this is quite tough.
I can fill the time, man. No worries.
No rush, Paul.
How you doing, buddy? PX Wood. How that looks like a new name again. Thank you very much for joining us. His best man, helper for Sinclass, and he stood model for Santa Claus. Oh, okay. Still none the wiser, Frank.
Right.
You good?
Yeah, but I feel like I'm cheating.
You feel like you're rushed.
No,
there's no rush, man. Take your time.
So, the Hazelburn 10, which was by far for me the best starter whiskey I've ever had.
Yeah.
It's number 6.
Cool.
And then after that, it was the Ardbeg Eureka.
Okay.
Then it was the weird enough, the Sandend one. The Glenglassaugh, that I put that at number 4. And then I went Ardnahoe is number 3.
Yeah.
Which, for me, not being a huge fan of peat, should have been 5 or 6, but that was just a spectacular 5-year-old whiskey. And then number 2, Kilkerran 16, and then the Glendronach 14. Sorry, the Glenallachie 14, number 1.
The daddy.
Yeah.
I'm surprised if yours is much different, Dave, but crack on.
It's not much different. So I'll go backwards like Paul did. So Sandend, number 6.
Okay.
Hazelburn, I agree with Paul. Lovely little starter dram. Number 5. Then I put Eureka, number 4. Now comes the crunch. Until I had that last dram, it was definitely Kilkerran and then Ardnahoe number 1. But Kilkerran number 3, which surprises me.
Yeah. So you've put the Ardnahoe ahead of the Kilkerran.
Yeah, it was a tough one, this, but yeah.
That's phenomenal, isn't it?
Yeah. For a 5-year-old, I think there's so much going on with that 5-year-old. So, Billy Walker, it's got to be for his 80th. It's number 1. So, yeah, number 1, the special. Ardnahoe number 2. Kilkerran number 3. Followed by Eureka, Hazelburn, and Sandend.
Okay. I'm going to try and... I think I scored these on videos. So I'm going to try and see if the scores matches up to what I'm tasting tonight. So to give you an idea, I scored the Hazelburn an 88 out of 100 when I did it. I scored the Glenglassaugh 87 out of 100. So I've got when I did the reviews, but when I'm doing them side by side, I've got the Hazelburn, the Glenglassaugh's just beating the Hazelburn, but when I reviewed them separately, if I looked at the scores, then it would be the other way around. So I've got Hazelburn, Glenglassaugh. I'm going to go Eureka. Yeah, Eureka, the third one. I only scored that about an 86, 87. I think I scored that one. Can't remember offhand what I scored it. I did score the Ardnahoe 90 when I scored it. When I reviewed it, I scored it a 90 out of 100. So that got a great score. And tonight it's just as great. But I just prefer the Kilkerran 16 to the... For that to be a Whiskey of the Year, that must have scored 92 or 93 or something for me to get that. And today on that tasting again, it would still be it'd be easily a 92 out of 100. So I'm going to go Glenglassaugh, Hazelburn,
Eureka,
Ardnahoe, Kilkerran, and then the daddy of the Glenallachie's. Absolutely fantastic, man. Guys, it's been fantastic. Not a great tasting. Big thanks for your commitment. I know you don't have to buy the packs. You've been diving in and buying them as soon as they become available. I'll try and get them out to you. Probably I'll try and post them out Tuesday or Wednesday. So hopefully you'll have them by the end of the week. Give you a wee bit of time to play with them. And then we'll try and pick a date. I know it's tough for you, Dave, to try and find dates. So I'll try and accommodate you with your date. Whenever you can find, it'll be a Sunday as usual. We'll try and find a Sunday that suits. I'll give you a bit of notice, and then we'll try and sort out some dates. And then hopefully, if somebody else gets involved, we'll try and fit them in as well. So it's. But you guys are the priority. Whatever you guys want to do, we'll try and work around you guys. Anybody else that comes along, we'll just have to try and fit in with what you guys want to do, because you are the kind of regulars of the channel at the minute.
Sundays always work for me. So yeah,
Sunday works for me because I know a lot of guys. If guys are working early on a listen, Paul, I don't know if you ever watch my live streams. 9 hours they were gone, man.
Really?
Yeah, 9 hours. I used to do it out in the shed. I've got the shed kitted out like this as well in the back. I've got a nice big summer house shed, man. And I used to go out there, and the great thing with that, I could go out there and no bother anybody. and spend as long as I wanted it there. And my intention was to do maybe 2 or 3 hours max. But what I always found is when I did the first couple of hours, then the Americans come in, the Canadians come in, and the overseas people just start diving in. I could never get off. Sometimes it got messy. Sometimes it got out of hand. Sometimes I drunk too much. But that was the beauty of the chat. I had to stop them because they were just getting out of hand, man. 9, 8, 9, 7 hours, 9. I think the record was like 9.5 hours, I think. Live. And then not only the 9.5 hours, I usually go in about an hour beforehand and set up and have a couple of tasters just to get me in the mood. And so that 9 hours could be 10 hours out in the shed, man. You know? So, but hopefully them days are gone. Some of the guys might say, bring back them. Hamish is saying it, man. Like, bring back the shenanigans. So, yeah. How you doing, Stephen? Where you been, man? You've just caught the end of it. Please, if you've missed it, mate, go back and have a look at the what's the word I'm looking for? Help me out. Look
Special
out for the what's the word I'm looking for, man? What am I saying? Replay. Look out for the replay. What is Frank, thanks very much. And thanks for participating, Paul, Dave. See you all next time.
Thanks, Frank.
So, yeah. I think that's pretty much. Unless you've got anything else you want to... Steve didn't realise it was on. What you need to do, Steve, you need to go to YouTube. You need to look for the Whiskey Friend. And you need to click the bell. So when you click the bell, it'll just notify you when I'm going live. So obviously now you've just told me you've not clicked the bell, man. I don't even know if you've subscribed, so you might let you look at subscribing and click the bell. Yeah, no, fantastic. Yeah, guys, any sample, I'm going to get your samples out to you later in the week. And if any of your mates want to get any, then feel free. But anybody else that wants to kind of pick up a sample pack, join the Merry Madness, join this little group we've got going. Yeah, I am subscribed. Yeah, you need to click the bell. You did it. He's up your neck of the woods, I think. Yeah, Stephen's in Glasgow, I think, Paul, if I remember right. I think you're in Glasgow, Steve, aren't you? Friday Mullins, what does he want? I'm subscribed. Friday Mullins can be brutal due to the V-pub. Yeah, no, I'm not doing Fridays, man. That's why I'm not doing Saturdays. I did a tasting. We normally do a tasting. I've got a group of guys here that we do a tasting. We do it blind. So we always send out a set of blind samples. And that's normally on a Friday. Just to give you a quick overview, I did it on Friday night. Tasting went great. We did he's in Fife. We did a world whiskey theme. So all you had to do, the only theme was it had to be a world whiskey. So we did the world whiskey theme, and then I was working on Saturday, so I got up to go to work on Saturday, and I normally take a pill on a Saturday morning. So I'm looking at my pill, and I thought, why have I got Saturdays, man? It's Sunday today. I'm not taking yesterday's. So I ended up all day at work. I thought it was Sunday, man. Right? And on a Saturday night on the way home, I pick up a takeaway and bring a takeaway in for the Saturday night meal. So I drove home, parked up, walked into the kitchen. I says, where the fuck's dinner? She says, never mind where's dinner? I said, what do you mean? She says, it's fucking Saturday. You've gone to the Chinese on a Saturday. I thought it was Sunday. Honestly, that whiskey tasting just freaked me out, man. And I can get what Roy's saying, where the Fridays can be rough if you're up for 3 or 4 hours drinking whiskey with Roy on a Thursday night. But yeah, so I had to get back in the car and go back out and pick up the Chinese and bring it in. But yeah, no, guys, fantastic. I don't know if I've got anything else. Any other shite we want to talk about before we go? Or do you want to try them again? You got any left? You want to try again and finish, or you?
I still have a bit in every one of them.
Oh, I've got plenty.
Okay, no worries. Well, you've got nice big samples now, haven't you? You
Yes.
prefer the 50 ml to the 30
Absolutely.
ml, don't you?
Yeah, that helps.
Yeah, no worries. Okay, guys, I'm just going to end it, man. Happy days. It's been a fantastic night. Thank you very much. If you've caught it halfway through, dive in and check the replay. It's pretty cool. I think there's some decent stuff, decent whiskies there. If you've got any of them, then try them along with you. If you guys hang on, I'll catch you guys into when I finish up. We'll have a wee kind of chat at the end. Cheers, Dave. Cheers, Paul. Guys, thank you very much. Anybody that's hung around, thank you very much. I know the usual stuff. If you've subscribed, then thank you very much. If you've not subscribed, what you're waiting for, it's completely free. It doesn't cost you anything. Give me the thumbs up. Give me all that kind of stuff. Big thanks to everybody who's took part tonight, who's turned up, who's rocked up, who's hung around. Loved it all. Loved the tasting. Loved the lineup. But other than that, I'm Alan. Probably this time next month, I'll come back and see you again. But until then, as always, the pleasure's in the sharing. And don't forget to send some great whiskey straight down the hatch. Cheers, guys. Cheers.